Hello, everybody. What's up? What's going on? And welcome to the 96th episode of Raptors One. I know it's been a while, guys, but yeah, I finally got some time to do this. So let's talk about some things that I've wanted to talk about. Obviously, the FIBA World Cup, how that ended. I'm definitely going to be talking about that. And I want to also talk about something Dennis Schroeder mentioned in one of his interviews after the FIBA World Cup. So, without any further ado, let's get it. So, guys, I want to talk about the way the FIBA World Cup ended, not how I predicted. Yep. So, the finals, obviously, we did not get to see a USA versus Canada finals as I had predicted was going to happen. It's a little bit of shocker for me, but nonetheless, at least we still got a USA versus Canada finals of sorts. You could call it for the bronze medal finals. That's how I'm gonna put it. And yeah, it was an interesting match, an exciting match. Definitely some highlights in that match for sure. Man, we went in overtime, baby, but we beat the US of A. Oh yeah, and the most unlikely hero, Dillon Brooks. Yeah. I mean, if you guys haven't watched my previous episodes and my views on Dillon Brooks, you should definitely check out my channel. I don't remember exactly which episode, but hey, that is the pleasure that you're going to get. You're going to sift through all the videos in my channel till you find that particular video where I talk about Dillon Brooks. But I'm still going to say I'm not a huge fan of Dillon Brooks. And especially because of his on-court antics. The way I compare Dillon Brooks to any NBA player today, I think he is not necessarily a consistent, but definitely a skillful Pat Bev. He likes to get under people's skin. He likes to throw them off of their game. And yes, I get it. You know, sometimes you need those kind of players. They're the kind of players you don't want to play against, but you love to have them on your own squad. And it's great. It's great that he played well finally for the Canadian team. And man dropped 38 buckets, man. That's 38 points right there. 38 solid ones. And he was shooting that three. Like, he was shooting it great. Yes, he is a talented player, but for some weird reason in the playoffs last season, it didn't translate. Something was off. But hey, he showed up on the big stage. He showed up, and that's what matters. So my respect level for Dillon Brooks has gone up a notch. So that's basically one. My respect level for Dillon Brooks now. But hey, better than none, right? Yeah, we beat the USA team, and it came down to overtime. And even the way they went to overtime, man, that was sick. I mean, with that 4-point play by Mikal Bridges, man, I was a fan of Mikal Bridges. I still am, actually. So I shouldn't have said was. But yeah, Mikal Bridges, man, like, he's a good player for sure. I think in that bronze medal game, everybody had some big moments. Everybody in the Canadian squad played their part, man. Even RJ Barrett came out finally. And, of course, Dillon Brooks was, like, the player of the game for sure. SGA was just SGA, man. Shea Gilgeous, man, he was amazing. As a matter of fact, speaking of SGA, I just hit my mind right now. As I'm recollecting that game, there was this one highlight play. If y'all need to, revisit it, you could just YouTube it. 100%. It was an amazing play. It was in the overtime, too. He basically rocked two defenders at once. So, before I mention this play, there was another play where I think it was Mikal Bridges. He crossed Kelly Olynyk over. Okay, now you got to understand Kelly Olynyk. He's a big man. He is a mobile defender for a big man, but when it comes to somebody who is like smaller in size, obviously like Mikal Bridges, who is a little more mobile at his position, he's gonna drop. So he dropped him, and that was an amazing move. He just didn't get to finish it. Fast track to the overtime. Now you got SGA, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got two defenders on him now. He's got Austin Reeves on him, and he's got Mikal Bridges on him. So both these defenders are trying to stop him, prevent him from taking that 3-point. But and the way he dropped Mikal Bridges too, it was so suspect. But he did it. He did it anyway. He made him take a seat on the floor and watch him take that 3-pointer. And he even was like, it was a follow through with the little pause, and it was swish. Baby, that was the highlight of the game. As soon as that happened, I was like, done, over. Two defenders, just to put that in context. You got Austin Reeves and Mikal Bridges. Two defenders. And he made one of them sit on the floor and watch him take that shot. Just saying. Of course, Canada wins the bronze, and in the finals, it was Germany versus Serbia. Man, I did not expect Germany to go this far, man. Of course, that's ignorance on my part because I don't necessarily watch the Euro League, so I don't know how good the German squad is. But hey, MVP, Dennis Schroeder, our very own, the Raptor, newly signed Raptor. Point guard who's going to be running our offense for most of the season, unless we get like a good point guard for some weird reason, some fluke of I don't know. Anyway, for now, he is our guy, and he's the MVP of the FIBA World Cup and a champion. Now, I'm not going to get ahead of myself because something similar to this happened last season too. At the beginning of the last season, we had signed somebody. It was Bo Cruz. If you don't know who Bo Cruz is, that's okay. It's Juancho Hernan Gomez. He was a champion with the Spanish team. And he had come out big in that last game too. Needless to say, he never showed up with the Raptors. Of course, he's not a Raptor anymore. Having said that, Dennis Schroeder is obviously going to have a bigger role. I don't want to have high expectations of him just because of how he performed in FIBA, but I'll have some expectations, a little bit of hope. So that was FIBA World Cup, and what makes it good for me is that Canada was able to beat Team USA. So right away, the very next day when that happened, LeBron couldn't sit on that. He just couldn't. He just had to get into the headlines somehow because he knows he's LeBronto. He knows that. So he puts it out there. I am assembling the USA Avengers squad. He's like, Steph Curry's going to be joining him. KD's going to be joining him. D-Book, Jason Tatum. He's pulling all the stops now for the Paris Olympics next year. Of course he's going to do that. And you know what? He's basically like, man, this squad couldn't do it in the FIBA World Cup. They couldn't even get a medal. Looks like the big boy's got to step it up. And you know what? Jimmy Butler's probably going to join too because, I remember his comments about the FIBA World Cup saying, oh yeah, you know what? I don't care about the FIBA World Cup. Don't. It ain't the Olympics. So, yeah. This Olympics is going to be fire. Trust me. Because guess what? If we can get Jamal Murray on our squad, for the Canadian squad, maybe Andrew Wiggins, as much as the coach and the staff don't want him, straight up, they don't want him on the squad. But if he comes on, that'll be a big help. Yes, we're still going to lack size in the middle, but it's still going to be a formidable Canadian squad. Now, the Serbian team, they're going to get Nikola Jokic back. So think about that. They did pretty good in the FIBA World Cup to get to the finals without his services. Imagine adding him on now. Team USA. And I swear, after LeBron said that, everybody on the social media was like, whoa, watch out now. I remember Gilbert Arenas. he made a whole video. He's like, "Oh, watch out now, mofos! Oh yeah, LeBron, you just woke him up now." I'm like, wait, don't underestimate that Serbian team, man. Trust me. And of course, you got Germany too, the world champions. You know, they anything can happen in the Olympics. You know, maybe some food poisoning. You know, in Paris, it can happen, or injuries. Injuries is part of the game too. So, Team USA, don't get ahead of yourself, especially you, LeBron. I know you want it. You already LeBron too. Now you want to be LeBronada. Yeah, that's LeBron and Canada mixed together. You know, I mean, come on, it sucks, but yeah, it would be great if the Canadian team could just beat the Team USA, a stacked Team USA. But you know, stats and performances in the NBA kind of tip the scales in the Team USA's favor. But hey, that's okay. I mean, stranger things have happened. And now I wanted to kind of mention this recent interview with Dennis Schroeder, and it got me curious because okay, let's just get right into it. All right, so he was talking about how his shot has improved and how it looked different, and every time in the FIBA World Cup, in the games, all he was thinking about was the Noah, and I'm like, what is he talking about? Noah? What is this Noah thing that he's talking about? So I did a little digging on what this whole Noah thing that he's talking about. And he basically mentioned that Noah helped him improve his shot. And I was like, all right, well, you know, because then when I looked at Rico Hines' runs too, and I saw how Pascal's shot was definitely looking a little more different than how he typically shoots his shot. And when I say it looked different, it had more arc on it. And I was like, I mean, it's looking nice. It's looking a little more sweet, a little more like, it's just looking nice, right? With that extra arc. It didn't have way too much arc. It had just enough arc. But for somebody of Pascal's size, typically you don't see them having that high of an arc. And he was. And I was like, wow, it looks nice, but his shot is different. So I'm like, I gotta put this two and two together and look into this whole Noah situation. And I did a little digging on Noah. And Noah is apparently this advanced shot metric system that the Raptors have. And they've apparently have had this since 2021, I think. And I was like, man, why didn't I look into this before? Anyway, apparently this is like this huge video. They have this huge video software thing, like a Jumbotron or whatever in the OVO center. And it basically shows the players how they're shooting, what they're doing wrong so they can fix it. And like, it's basically stats, all stats. Like, this has taken basketball to a whole new level. That's insane. Noah metric system, man. Can you imagine? Like, it's basically, it's AI has just come along so far. Like, it's amazing. So, yeah, like, if Dennis Schroeder is, you know, he's paying attention to this Noah software, and he's like, oh, that's all I was thinking about. And his shooting percentage actually went up in the FIBA tournament versus his regular season. I'm like, wow, this software has got to be for real. And if it's improved Pascal's shot in these past 2-3 seasons, then yeah, like this system, this Noah software system has got to be for real. And if that's the case, I wouldn't be surprised if all these other teams have it too. Maybe Golden State has it. They have some sharp shooters, man. They got some good percentage shooters. Maybe Steph Curry is, you know, secretly knowing it up for all we know. Anyway, that's all I got for today, folks. Again, if you like the video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to check out my other content, you know what you got to do. Subscribe. And of course, don't forget to hit the comment section. You know, leave your comments. And until next time, I'm out.